Hello guys, welcome back to another Lumley trading video. In this one we are going to be looking at Nvidia, ticker NVDA. It is up around 3.5% on the day, but really that's not the important bit. It's more looking at the overall longer term time frame and seeing, is it coming into some good trading opportunities? Because really for the past kind of week we have started now to consolidate in this area after having really kind of like a big upward momentum, again quite clearly here. Can be even clearer if we remove this custom indicator, but really strong upward trend, and again really over the kind of past week or so a lot more consolidation. So what are we looking at going forward? What are key targets, and really what are we paying attention to? So on the left, as always, if you've been watching this channel you already know, but quickly just to explain, on the left we have a 6 month, on the right we have a 1 year chart. We are using a standard deviation channels indicator. And again, if you want more in depth than that, you can just search the channel. There's a lot of information on that, or check out the Lumley trading website. But to get into kind of the key levels, we'll just go over them again. If you want to know why they're important, you can check that either on our website or just on the YouTube channel. But to get into the levels, 225 and to kind of where we are now around 215. You can usually use these as a range, and the reason we say kind of a range is because with levels, if they're quite close together, it's going to be hard to get a perfect entry, and instead you kind of just want to be looking at a range as a whole and how it reacts within here. So 215, again, we hit this the first time, we got that kind of instant pullback, quite a good pullback from the that line, you know, nice 4% pullback. Now we're coming back to retest this. If we can break this high, so the 219.50. Not only is that going to be kind of a 6 month high, not a 1 year high, but a 6 month high, and then we'll probably get a bit of a snap breakout, and really our target's going to be 225. So again, that can provide, and it's important to look at because that can provide a kind of a nice good intraday day trade. Again, here it looks like we're breaking out now. We can kind of see how it reacts in a live kind of video. But really overall, can we get a nice breakout? If so, 225 is going to be that target. But really, like we said, this is a range. And overall, this is quite a short bias range. So from 225, really, I'm looking at the stock short bias. The reason I say that is, basically, this is our third deviation, like we said on the 6 month. This is a level you don't really expect the stock to stay above, because that is kind of seen as very extremely overbought. So taking a short position here is usually quite a lower risk strategy, trying to catch that reversal. So really that's kind of why I'm more now kind of short bias on this stock. So that's what I'd be looking at, maybe trading it short into that level. But if we did break that, we do have further resistances at 248 and 255. Again, levels are quite close. You can either use them as individual levels. If you're more of a day trader, that's probably more beneficial. If you're a swing trader, then using that as a range is most likely going to be more optimal. And a final level at 295, again that would be key because it would also be taking us to that kind of 52-week high. Now to quickly note on the supports, and again these are key and we'll quickly explain now, and that's going to be $200 or $202. Now this level is really key if we start to pull back, because again, when you break through a level, we expect to pull back to this level before confirming that up move. So really, you know, we came back down to about 205, but we didn't test it fully. So somewhat of a confirmation, but not super. So what we want to see is a pullback to this level. If it can hold, again, a bigger move to our next deviation of at least 215 is expected. But if we come over to 202, we end up breaking below. Really, this level's failed, and more than likely, we're going to continue down to further down support levels, which would be 179, 175, and then that would take us down to statistical mean at 157. Now 157, that would be my final target on a short bias view, because again, once we come into this statistical mean, this is considered fair value, and a stock at fair value, again, from a trading perspective, there is no edge at that value. Fine, if you're investing, that can make sense, but from a trading perspective, it makes no sense to be opening a position or really holding past this position. So again, those are resistances, those are supports. That's really what I'm paying attention to going forward. Now, just to quickly note, because again, we did say this actually just before it happened, and these are key to be watching because these can provide really good day trading opportunities like it did today. So we can quickly find what was that previous high. So again, if we go here, we can see it was around 219 and kind of 50 cents. So again, we can just use that 219.50, and we can start seeing how did it react here. Did it provide the day trading breakout like we spoke about? Because again, yes, we may be looking at a swing trade, but that doesn't mean there can't be good and optimal day trades within here. So again, literally what happened, we broke out. Again, we kind of got that quick hesitation, which again isn't unlikely. It's not always super common that we just break straight through. But again, we got that bit of hesitation. This can be a great trading opportunity where, you know, you can place a stop at kind of that candle low, or again, just be watching it. And if it starts to snap down, maybe be getting out. But really, we broke this high, and now we're really getting a strong breakout. And this, especially with an options trade, can be a really good profitable trade. So we quickly pull up the option chains for this. We don't want to straddle for what we're looking at right now. Looking over at the call side, again, it was at 219, so we're looking for the break of 220. So that's kind of going to be the key breakout. That's why we'd be most likely looking at that option to be trading. And we can see, obviously, this was the breakout thing. So even if we bought at the high, it was around $5 at that point. At that high, we're already up 28%. Again, if you only held for, you know, 2 minutes for that slight breakout, 6%. Bit more of the breakout, 16%. And again, right now, we're up around 30%. So these opportunities are always good to be paying attention to, because they can make so much, especially in a short time on these option trades. Obviously, you're taking on more risks trading it through the options, but especially if you're on a smaller account, it's a lot easier way to leverage without having massive downside, because obviously you can only lose what you're putting into the trade. And again, you're probably not going to lose it all, because you're not going to hold it to zero if the trade doesn't work the right way. You get out, cool, you might lose 10% or so, but the upside is definitely also there. So, I mean, that was the trade. Kind of just wanted to go through it because as we were recording, it did kind of provide this trading opportunity, or potentially made that opportunity in the live market, and then it ended up playing out. So just a thing to watch. Can definitely be quite a, don't want to say easy trading strategy, but the breakouts can definitely be a profitable way to be looking at the day trade. And again, doesn't mean you can't swing trade it, especially as well. If you are hindered by the PDT rule, you can take, you know, 3 of these breakouts a week, and then also take your nice swings that you would normally take. So just things to be watching. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe, and check out this analysis video.